Welcome to Seattle College's international programs and our show Conversations With, where we talk to people that help you understand how you too can be an international student in the United States and why Seattle Colleges should be your first choice. We'll talk to students and staff and agents and government folks, all kinds of people about what you can expect when you're getting ready to apply or travel here, what you'll experience while you're with us, and how it can all lead to an amazing life. Don't forget to check out the Seattle College's International Programs website at intl.seattlecolleges.edu, where you can find a treasure trove of information about the school, the programs here, and best of all, fill out and submit your application. Again, that's intl.seattlecolleges.edu. Hey everybody, welcome back to Seattle College's Conversations With. It's time, it's Wednesday, another episode, this time from the country of...
Republic of Korea.
The Republic of Korea! 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
So why don't we get started by having you introduce yourself, where you're from, not just we already said Korea. Tell them what city you're from, and tell them your major, and maybe how long you've been here total.
Okay. Hi, I'm Mia Kim, and I'm from Republic of Korea, South Korea. And the city I came from called Pyeongchang. It is in the province called Gangwon-do, and we had 2018 Winter Olympics.
Oh, That's good to know.
Yep.
And did you actually get to see the Olympics?
I saw the Paralympic opening ceremony,
Cool.
and I was working in there, and my part-time, I worked at the pub and cafe at the same time. It was like part-time job, and it was like only Canadian restaurant around there. So yeah, I saw a lot of athletics and workers.
Right, that's very cool. It was what, 20 days, 30 days? That was a lot of.
Yeah, like a month.
Yeah, that's a big commitment. Wow, I'm very jealous. I've always wanted to go to the Olympics. Haven't made it yet. But it'll be what, LA next time? So maybe I'll make it down there. So, but this was Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
So it's obviously pretty cold where you're from.
Yeah, so like my hometown it's like a Washington. We have like lots of mountains, and most of like ski and board resorts are in my hometown.
Oh, okay.
In Gangwon-do.
Are you a snowboarder, skier?
Ski.
Woo! Now, have you gone skiing since you've been in the U.S.?
I didn't ski for like 4 or 5 years.
What?
So, yeah. And,
Why not?
I don't have a car.
Oh, you don't have a car.
And it's pretty far away from here, and I cannot ride an Uber.
No friends with a car?
I was thinking about rent because I have a driver license,
sure.
but the time and everything's overlapped.
So you still haven't been?
Yep.
Well, we got to fix that. We'll get you up on the mountain, no problem. Okay. Very cool. Well, now you just said something that makes me wonder how long you've actually been in the United States.
Oh, it's a long story. So I came to the States in 10th grade.
10th grade?
Yeah, it's like...
So 16, 15?
15.
15, okay.
And then I graduated here.
Okay, but why did you come as a 15? Were you an exchange student or something?
I was in the international school back in home.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was Canadian international school, and I was able to transfer to the States directly. So I did it.
Not Canada, but the U.S.
Yeah, the U.S.
Interesting. So, and where did you go?
So in 10th grade, I was in Michigan.
Oh.
And then I moved to the North Carolina.
So how long were you in Michigan?
1 year.
Oh, just 1 year. And then, so in 11th grade, you went to
North Carolina.
Just you.
Yeah.
Your family's back in Korea.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I know.
So did you just have host families that took care of you?
Yeah, I had a host family.
Wow, that's great. And then you did 2 years in North Carolina and graduated from a U.S. high school.
And then I went to the NC State University.
North Carolina.
And then I spent there like 2 years, but personal things happened.
Sure.
So I dropped that. I did term withdrawal first from my school. And then I went back home. And when I decided to come back, COVID happened.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I worked back at home for like 2 years, and then while I worked, I thought, I think I don't have to go back to school, so I just dropped out. And then while I working, like getting a job, I realized I think it's some Korean thing, but it is better to graduate school. And I don't know. At first I thought I don't have to continue my study, but I think maybe going back to school and graduate and get a better degree and get a better job might help me.
Might be.
Yeah, might be. So that's why I decided, okay, I'll go back to States, but I cannot go back to the 4-year college right away because I didn't start it for like 2 years, and I was not sure how is this the right choice for me. So I decided to go to the community college, 2 years college.
Right.
Yep. So I came here.
Well, that's great. Did your parents must have been okay? They didn't pressure you to go back.
No.
They were like good having you work, and well, that's great.
But they were really glad when I said, "Mom, Dad, I think I have to go back to school," and they were happy.
That's really great. I mean, I would, a lot of parents would give a lot of pressure to a kid. And the fact that they didn't do that, that's really nice. Shout out to your family. That's really cool. Do you have brothers or sisters?
No.
Just you, huh? Very cool. All right. So the first time you came, what kind of a visa did you get for that?
F1.
You got an F1. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, interesting case.
You are.
Usually they got J1, right?
Yeah, maybe. So you got an F1 visa to come to an American high school in Michigan. So tell us, how long did it take for you, if you remember, how long did it take for you once you got your I-20 to get your interview? Did it take a long time, or?
It's been like 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
I think it really didn't do that. And
okay.
Yeah, and also the interesting thing is after that, except when I was getting a new I-20, usually when you have F1 visa, I think this works for Korea. I'm not sure about other countries, but if you are still a student, like you're attending the same school and you have your I-20 and you had F1 visa, it is almost expired. I was able to just send my passport and all of documentation to the embassy, and then they will just automatically renew it. So,
okay.
Yeah. So
you got an F1 visa. Do you remember your interview at all? Because you were pretty young. I mean, 15 years old.
Yeah, but I guess. I guess. It was a pretty interesting experience.
You got it on your first try? Mm-hmm. Well, nice.
Yep.
Do you remember any of the questions they asked you?
Like,
why do you want to go to the U.S. and study? Or
no,
That's
not
okay.
really.
No worries.
I think the only question I think I remember is like, other than your parents, who will gonna sponsor you?
Oh, okay.
That is the I think only question that I remember.
Okay. Yeah. So you got your visa, came over, spent a few years, went back, worked a couple of years. Then you had to get a new F1 visa, or are you saying that they just renewed the other one?
Oh, so I renewed like in 2020. So when I was still in the four-year college, and then because my visa was still alive until 2026, so I didn't have to renew it.
You didn't?
Yeah, I just came in.
You had to take your I-20 from this school, though,
Yeah.
and have them and do whatever.
Yeah,
they do.
so when you're doing screening, they're gonna ask, so your visa is saying NC State, but your I-20 is Seattle Community College. So that happens, but sometimes I got caught, but it really doesn't matter. And for the visa, I want to say something.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so when you renew your passport, you have your visa passport. So I have 2 passports right now. And it happened in here. So I think it's like last winter, I was trying to go back home, and I had 2 visa. I have 2 passports.
Oh, 2 separate visas.
Yeah. So one is for visa and one is for passport.
Okay.
So,
sure, that makes sense.
I left my visa passport in my apartment.
Oh no.
And then I just realized it in my departure airplane. So I was sitting there in the seat and I said, oh my God, I forgot my visa passport, and my airplane just
took off.
Yeah.
So how did you get back?
That's what I want to say. So if you forgot your visa passport in the States, there are like few ways, but the one that I used was because I had the visa photo. I scanned it. If you have a visa file, print it out.
Right.
And just print it out and have your passport and your I-20 and your CVIS, your
This is good advice, guys.
All documentation you can. And also, I brought my timetable, like my class schedule from the school. So
good idea.
Yeah, they can know that I am still going to school.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I have to go to the additional screening and stay in that cold, dark room with police officer and security and the people, but still, I brought everything.
Yeah.
And I went to additional screening, and because I had the record that I came to the States a lot, so it was passed.
It's a really good lesson to be learned here, guys. So make sure you always have printouts of all your stuff, passport, visas, SAVIS, whatever, I-20s. Good, that's really good. Well, cool. And so how did you hear about, because you were on the East Coast, how did you hear about Seattle colleges?
The reason why I chose Seattle was I was tired of rural area. And the only thing that I heard of it is Seattle is one of the most Democrats.
It's progressive.
Yeah, it's pretty open-minded. And because I'm from East Coast, rural area, so everybody is Christian, everybody is white, everybody is conservative.
This is back
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was rural area, and I'm here, and it is really queer friendly, and I don't know, it is because the time, because when I was in other states, it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but I feel more welcomed here because even though I'm different race, and also usually the things that I heard when I was in other states, it was Chinese, where you're from, but I in here, most of people I met, they never asked where I'm from, and they just greeted me just a person.
What's up?
Yeah, that was really nice. And
are you going to stick around Seattle? Because you're graduating now, right? You graduated.
I graduated.
Yeah. And tell me again what your major was.
Biology.
Biology. What do you want to do with that?
So I'm transferring, and my major gonna be animal science and about productions and welfares.
Cool. And where are you transferring to?
Wazoo. Yep.
You going to Pullman, or are you going to stay here in Everett? All right. When do you go?
Next spring, this spring.
This spring. So during the winter quarter, will you have classes with us, Or
Yeah, I had.
You had.
And I finished.
Well, this is fall. So we still have winter quarter.
Yes. So I finished fall quarter and like I'm now transferring. So
so you'll be there for winter. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Because they are fall quarter and spring quarter. So
Yeah. Cool. Well, good luck. You'll be a cougar. How exciting.
Yes.
Why did you choose Wazoo?
Okay, so main reason was scholarship.
Oh.
Yeah, because they are Europe doesn't give scholarship to international students, but Wazoo was great deal. They are giving me scholarship and
it's called a transfer scholarship, yeah?
Yeah, they have international so depend on your GPA, they're gonna give the transfer scholarship, and then you're also open with amount of opportunity to apply the scholarship. So
cool.
That was like the main reason.
Yeah.
And also they had like animal science has like few how can I say, like concentration of studies. So they have like some region of focus. So some are pre-vet and some are others, and that happens to like most of the animal science major and all other university.
Mm-hmm.
And Wazoo had animal science focused in production. So
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good deal. And also Washington has pretty high rate with employment rate.
Oh, that's true.
After graduating in animal science. So
right. Yeah. How did you hear about that program at Wazoo? Did you just in your own research, or did you meet someone at a transfer fair? Or?
Oh, I did all of my application by myself. So
you did?
Yeah, I looked up and also I focused on the DTA.
Yes.
What was it?
Direct transfer agreements. So those are so if you have a DTA, your credits will transfer, which is really important, so you don't lose time and money.
Because I'm like retrying in the university, so that was why.
Yeah, it's kind of important. So, so where did you hear about it then? You did all your own research, but so you just used the web. You just were doing research on.
So I looked up the Seattle College transfer website.
Ah, gotcha.
They had like list of the school that I can do DTA, and and then I looked up each school's majors, like animal science, where they ranked, and like what kind of studies they have.
Oh, that's
then
great.
I decided, and I applied some other schools, but Wazoo was the best deal.
Okay. Where else did you apply? Did you apply to Oregon State?
Yeah, I did.
I knew it.
I did because
they have a great program down there.
They had really good animal behavior and welfare programs, but they are like community college, like they are doing quarter system.
Yes.
And I looked about it, but scholarship.
Sure. Scholarship's really important.
Yep.
And did you so talking about scholarships, here at Seattle Colleges we offer a foundation scholarship every year in the winter. Did you ever apply for the foundation scholarship? I
applied it, and I think I got one of it like in 2023 to 2024. Yeah, I applied it. Applied and won the scholarship? Yes. Oh, that's like great. One of it. It was not really big, but it helped. Sure, it definitely helped. Yeah, it's a range. The scholarship depends on a lot of factors, but it's anywhere from say $500 to $5,000. So that's really great. Did you ever work on campus as well? No. No. But there were some documentation process that I had some mistakes, so I got in, but I was not able to work. So things happened. You mean like on the Social Security side or something? Or was it with the application process? It was application process, I guess. Sure. But now you're done, so will you be able to work at Washington State? Do they have... They have a lot of opportunity for you there. I have Social Security numbers. Oh, cool. Yeah. Very nice. Now, you are graduating, so do you plan to come back in May to walk for the graduation? Or So my graduation already, like it was in last summer.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that I was graduating in summer.
Oh, no.
Yep. So, but I have my certificate.
Yes, you do.
Yep. And I have that little paper thingy. So
Cool.
it'll be okay.
So, the degree you got here is in biology. What was your favorite course that focused on biology? Did you take any interesting courses?
Okay, so for this, I was pre-vet student when I was in NC State, and I was still thinking about I want to work with animals, but I'm not sure like which part of it. I don't want to go to the vet course because it was pretty stressed out. Maybe in the future, but not this time. And then I took the introduction of animal behavior with Professor John Moffat, and that class made me interested with animal behaviors and welfare. And yeah, that class
And that class was here.
It was like turning point. It was online class, and I feel pretty sad about it, but it was really interesting, and yeah, I really enjoyed that class.
That's
and
cool.
It was like turning point.
When I'm traveling, I serve Latin America, Middle East, Africa. I don't get very many students who come up to the table that are thinking about coming to the U.S. and they ask me about either agriculture or animal sciences or anything. It's an unusual request. Most people are like engineering, business, medicine. So that's really awesome that you're doing something a little bit different. What got you, what can you do with that degree when you go back to Korea?
Oh, okay. So usually when you're focused on agricultural animal science, it's better you to get a PhD we work in the food companies, and there are some livestock companies, and
that makes sense.
Yep, and all animal scientists. You can be animal scientist, working in zoo or working farm.
Sure. Is your part of Korea tend to be rural? Is it a lot of rural? Is it pretty rural?
Because my hometown is really famous for Korean beef.
Oh, no kidding.
Like Korean barbecues. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Is the food? I don't know a lot. I've been to Seoul, but I've never been outside of Seoul. So, is the food different from kind of province to province? Does it change a lot, or is Korean food Korean food?
I think it is a little different. Because my parents are from the southern area, Busan. From Busan, so their food is like a little more spicy and a little more salty than the hometown that I'm living right now. That is because of the weather differences.
Sure. A lot colder up north than down south.
And also because we are a peninsula, and my hometown is surrounded with mountains, and my parents, where they are from, is surrounded with ocean, seas. So they use more seafood in all different.
How far are you from the coast?
With a car, 5 hours, 6 hours.
Oh, it's still quite a ways. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at a map. Wow. Okay. Cool. I grew up on the coast, so I love seafood, but 5 hours is a long way. So.
Yep. But we also, because it is peninsula, we also have sea right away.
They bring it up, and everybody, that's cool. Well, cool. Well, what'd you do for fun, or what have you been doing for fun in Seattle? You don't have a car, so is it easy to get around town and then do things?
Yeah, I usually ride a Lime.
Ride a what?
Lime scooter.
Oh, those are the little scooters.
And because they have pretty good bike road, so when I want to go to downtown, I usually ride a Lime. And I told you I'm from the rural area, so it was pretty interesting that everywhere they have trains, streetcar, buses. So without car, you can do a lot of things in Seattle.
It's
I
true.
like that. And I'm indoor person, so
Oh, okay.
yep, most of my fun things are happening in my house. But,
Nice.
yep.
So I was going to tell you, since you ski, I think you can actually catch a bus downtown that will take you up to Stevens Pass.
Yeah, but like I told you, everything overlapped, and like right after I finished like my all of school works and if this vacation, I'm gonna chill in my home.
Sounds good.
Playing games and
Sure.
watch movies. Yep.
All right, fair enough. Well, oh, do you hear that? It's trivia time.
Okay.
Trivia time is part of the show where we ask you 5 questions. If you get them all right, you're on our wall of fame. And if you don't, then you'll just cry yourself to sleep tonight. It'll be pretty tragic. Okay, question number 1 is there are 3 national parks surrounding Seattle. Can you name one of those national parks?
Mountain something. Mountain. I forgot.
Oh, you're close. Mount Rainier National Park.
Rainier, right?
Yes.
Rainier.
And you haven't been to Mount Rainier yet. Oh, it's so sad. We got to find someone with a car to take you up there because it's really nice.
Yeah.
Mount Rainier National Park. That's off to the south and east. Olympic National Park, which is over there. You can see them from the water down there. And then North Cascades National Park up in the north. So, boy, if you get a chance to see any of those, very nice.
Maybe I should rent a car.
Yeah. Now, I think I may have asked you this before. Taekwondo, did you do Taekwondo?
Nope.
Man, can't believe it. All right, but I'm going to ask you a Taekwondo-related question anyway, since it's the national sport of Korea. What is a dolya chuggy?
You kick with turn?
Yes. Do you know the way we say that in English?
No.
It's a roundhouse kick.
Oh,
Dolya chuggy is a roundhouse.
Interesting.
There you go. All right, very good. Number 3, if you are going to go on vacation, what do you have to do with your I-20?
I have to get a signature.
Yes.
Yep.
You have to get a signature. Super important. It's no problem taking a vacation. Just make sure you get that signature. This is a follow-up question to that. How many semesters in a row must you do before you qualify for a vacation quarter?
3 quarters.
Yes! I wasn't sure you were going to. That's a tough question. Nice job.
Yep.
All right, fine. What?
But if you're in the college level and you started in winter or spring, and even though you have like 1 quarter, you can still get the summer vacation.
Oh,
I did that.
There you go.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Even though you did 2 quarters, but it is your first summer, you still can have a vacation.
Oh, that's interesting. And then does it reset then? Then you
Yeah.
have to go. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Yeah, a lot of people do take vacation. Summer tends to be a little quieter, but we are open for business. You can come and take classes during the summer. But if you want to take a vacation quarter, you can.
Yeah, but my recommendation is if you're rushing, like you have to like retake the classes, or sometimes you have to take only online classes. You have to use your vacation quarter, so be wise.
Now you've been to many parts. You've been in North Carolina, Michigan. Have you traveled just for fun to other parts
Yeah.
of the U.S.? Where have you gone?
I went to LA, I went to San Diego, New York,
Nice.
Chicago.
San Francisco?
Yes, San Francisco.
I love San Francisco. It's probably my second favorite city after New York, and then Seattle's my third favorite. Nice. Okay, final question. This will be tough for you since you're an indoor person. What was the last movie that you saw?
Inside Out 2.
Oh, that's what, last summer maybe? How was it?
Yes, it was great. I cried a lot.
So get the Kleenex if you're going to check out Inside Out too. I think I saw the first one, which was really good.
I think because I think that Inside Out 2 is like really, it is the movie for the like 2030s adults because it reminds me my teenager years.
Does
it? Yep. Like all of the anxiety that I went through. Yeah, it was great.
And now you're chill.
pretty much.
Nice. That's great. I'm curious, we are being, we're the recipients now of a lot more Korean films and television shows. Mm-hmm. Do you watch a lot of that, or? I mean, Korean culture seems to be being exported quite a bit now.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not K-drama fan. I like movies, but I don't really watch K-drama. But it was interesting because I really like the comics. So we call it webtoon and back in home. But it was really interesting that lots of people in here are now watching the manhwa. So they are not calling it manga in Japanese. They are calling it manhwa in Korean. And that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Now, a couple of years ago, one movie was up for Best Picture, I think. Did you see Parasite?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think?
It was pretty realistic.
Was it? I haven't seen it yet. I've been wanting to see it because it was up for an award, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But
it was humorous, but still it was a little bit sad at the same time. Yeah.
All right. Well, we come to the part of the show now where we ask you for your wisdom. You've been around the block for a while now. You've been to high schools, you've been to universities and colleges, and you're getting ready to go to Washington State. So you have a lot of experience. What kind of advice would you have for kids back home that are thinking about maybe coming to the U.S., becoming an international student?
Yeah, you don't know what will gonna happen. Studying abroad and living by yourself and do things by yourself, it is not just lovely, fantastic, fun. You can face anything. So you can do anything by coming here, but you can also experience anything. And anything also includes the negative part.
Sure.
So you have to be brave.
And well, yeah, expect the unexpected. I think that's really good advice, for sure. Yeah, you never know. All right, well, the last thing I usually ask is for you to say a few words in Korean, in your case, in your first language. Doesn't have to be anything big. You can just say hi to your family back home, or you can, offer words of encouragement or whatever you think is important. I think most people may have heard Korean before, but just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll talk about the driver license.
Sure, cool.
It's just a little tip. So, 한국인이시면 한국에서 면허를 따오세요. 한국에서 면허를 따면 이제 워싱턴에서 그 드라이버 라이선스를 바로 미국 드라이버 라이선스로 바꿀 수가 있어요. 이게 적용되는 주가 미국에 몇 개 안 되는 걸로 알고 있거든요. 그래서 여기 이제 필기 시험 같은 게 굉장히 어렵다고 하잖아요. 물론 다른 주 면허로 또 바꾸려면은 필기 시험을 추가로 요구하는 경우도 있지만 그래도 그렇게 하시는 게 아마 경제적으로도 도움이 되고 편할 겁니다. 면허 따오세요. 가능하다면. 네.
All right. I'm going to have to take your word for it because my Korean's very bad. I can just say things like dolyechegi and apchegi.
No, you're good.
Very limited.
No, that's
nice job. Well, thanks so much for being on the show. It was great to meet you. Good luck at Washington State.
Thank you.
Hope you come back and see us when you graduate from Washington State and let us know how it went.
Maybe.
Yay, that would be cool. If you ever get back to Seattle. But otherwise, Pullman's really nice. Spokane, I think Spokane's a nice little town. In Moscow's nearby as well. So you have a lot of great places to visit. So cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Every Wednesday, we got new podcasts coming your way. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Conversations With is painstakingly crafted for you by the Seattle College's International Programs Department and supported by the lovely folks here on our campus. This show is produced and edited by me, Evan Franulovich. We welcome your emails and questions about coming to Seattle Colleges. Please reach out to us via our website or just give us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts as this helps others discover the show. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube at Seattle Colleges INTL. That's Seattle Colleges INTL. And be sure to check out all of the shows here on Conversations With. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.